Hi, this is Tom Norris for the Lone Star Conference. Thank you for joining us. We're here with St. Mary's head men's basketball coach Jim Zeleznak as part of the Lone Star Conference Basketball Online Media Day. Coach, talk a little bit about, it's been as wild of an off season as you've had in your whole career, an extended time between this time you start practice, time you play your first game. What's that been like? How do you keep your guys engaged?
Well, quite honestly, I don't think it's been near the factor of keeping our guys engaged as it is just trying to make sure, we're following the ever-changing protocols that are put in place. We certainly, at the beginning of the year, we were most concerned about, our kids getting injured, just because we know we've had quite a few kids that hadn't played a pickup game for 4, 5, 6 months, and so it was a challenge from that point. Just kind of getting them back into shape, back into basketball shape, where we were cutting down the possibility of risking injury, especially once we got into our formal workouts in October. That we really hadn't done very little live work and no 5-on-5 work up into that point. So we have tried to organize our workouts that we were getting enough work in, but also making sure that we had the conditioning part of it, that we weren't going to risk our guys getting hurt because we hadn't they just hadn't done enough work over the course of time. But so we've been able to try and spread that out, and I think consequently we've had very few injuries from that perspective, that we've been able to keep for sure at least our main guys on the floor over a period of time. But to say it's been a challenge is an understatement.
Okay, with that being said, talk about kind of your expectations for the year for this team.
Well, number one, to stay healthy, for sure. I mean, we've got one of our kids that's been down for an extended period of time, hadn't even been back to a workout yet. So obviously, no matter what we do, it's gonna have the safety of our student athletes, first and foremost. I think we've got several teams in our league and stuff that were returning a bunch of players, and obviously programs like that will have an advantage over everybody just because of they've got guys back. We've got a pretty good mix of people. We've got some players that are new to our program. They're going to come in and have to contribute right away, and so that's been a challenge. Trying to get some of those kids up to speed with how we want to run our program, and so that's always a challenge when you don't have them around enough. But I think we've seen some progress there, especially over the past 3 weeks. We've seen some progress with all of our new kids, and I think it's just a matter of them being around us a lot more than they were early on.
You talk about these new kids, kind of a two-part question here. Talk a little bit about some of your key returners, and then give us a little bit of insight on some of those key newcomers you just spoke about that are going to make an impact right away.
Well, I think obviously Caleb Jordan has been he was freshman of the year in our league 2 years ago, and was an honorable mention all conference player last year, and I think Caleb has taken a giant leap forward in not only his maturity on but off the court as well. We've been really pleased there, and of course we have Dylan Eisenhower has come back, and I think he's an improved player as well. Several kids that we expect to make contributions in some form or fashion. Emmanuel Awuzie has taken a big step forward. From his freshman year, he got an awful lot of playing time as a freshman, but he's used this time to really improve his individual skills. So we've been really pleased with him. As he's come back, we've had several kids that were on last year's team that we never saw because of injuries. I think will make major contributions. Miles McDougall, Tyler Karen, Timmy Benavides sat out. So we have a grouping of kids that are returning that we feel like that have had some stability, but we're going to have some of our new players come in and make immediate contributions as well. Mamadi Dakini, a kid, junior college player and stuff. We've been really pleased with so far. Stanton Rose, who's a perimeter player, has just kind of gotten back into practice over the last couple of weeks, but he's developing nicely. So we expect things out of him. We have two young players that I think will both have an opportunity to play some this year. Norm Beckford and Jaden Moore, I think, will both have a chance to play, especially as they get more and more time on the practice floor. But even though they're freshmen, but I would expect them to come in and make some contributions this year as well.
Awesome. Last question for you. What do you think the most important aspect of basketball your team needs to focus on in order to be successful this year?
Well, I think there's been two critical areas that we've been a little bit deficient in over the last couple of years. I don't think we've defended near as well as we need to defend, and we haven't taken care of the ball near as well either. So I think those are those are two areas that we've concentrated on, and we'll continue to do so. And I think if we can make some progress in those two areas and stuff, I think we'll it'll be interesting to see over the course of the year once we get them back on the practice floor more and more and more, and now they get some game experience on top of it and stuff. That it'll be interesting to see how they develop over the course of the year.
Awesome. Thank you for your time and good luck this season.
Okay, you bet. Appreciate it. Thank you.